Deep within Slavic forests and villages echoes an ancient festival, Dziady. It is a time when the boundary between the world of the living and the dead blurs, and the spirits of ancestors return to visit their descendants. Mysterious rituals and offerings were meant to provide protection, remembrance, and a connection with the afterlife. Discover the Old Slavic Dziady, a festival of memory and magic. Dziady is an ancient Slavic festival dedicated to the memory of deceased ancestors, usually celebrated in autumn or early winter, at a time when the days grow shorter and the night seems to last forever. It was believed that during this period the boundary between the world of the living and the world of the dead becomes the thinnest, and the souls of the departed have the chance to return to Earth to visit their loved ones. To welcome and host these uninvited guests, people began special rituals aimed both at calming the spirits and ensuring peace for them, as well as protection for themselves and the entire community. A central element of Dziady was the lighting of bonfires, which were meant to illuminate the way for the souls and ward off evil forces. Offerings were made, primarily foods such as bread, groats, honey, as well as drinks, most often mead or wine. These ceremonies were interspersed with prayers, songs, and communal feasts, during which participants wore masks, often symbolizing spirits and demons, to establish contact with the afterlife and honor their ancestors. Dziady was not only a moment of contact with spirits, but also an important social event that strengthened bonds among the living, reminding them of their shared history and responsibility to remember the deceased. This festival connected the sacred with everyday life, magic with tradition, and gave hope for protection and care from ancestors during the challenging winter months ahead. In traditional folk beliefs, Dziady was considered a special time when the veil separating the world of the living from the world of the dead became the thinnest and most permeable. It was believed that the spirits of ancestors could freely visit their former homes, and contact with them was not only possible but even desired. These spirits were regarded as powerful and influential beings capable of bringing blessings, prosperity in crops, health, and protection from evil forces or illness. However, their anger or displeasure could bring warnings and punishments, so people took great care not to offend them through neglect or disrespect. Offerings of food, drinks, and other gifts were a key part of the rituals, meant to ensure the spirits' peace and gratitude, and thus their favor toward the living. The offerings were treated as a symbolic bridge between worlds, an expression of remembrance and honor toward those who had passed away. Prayers, songs, and special incantations were performed to protect the family and village from harm and to secure a good future and abundant harvest. Dziady therefore played an extremely important social role, serving as a ritual that united the community, which in this special time collectively paid tribute to ancestors, remembered their roots and blood ties. It was through these ceremonies that the memory of the deceased was nurtured and passed down to future generations, while also strengthening the bonds among the living, who felt responsible for the spiritual well-being of their family and the entire community. Dziady remained one of the most significant and enduring motifs in Polish and Slavic literature and culture. The most famous work that preserved and popularized the symbolism of this ancient Slavic festival is Adam Mickiewicz's drama titled Dziady. Mickiewicz combined folk beliefs and ancient rituals with a romantic vision of contact with the spirit world, creating a work rich in mysticism, symbolism, and deep reflections on life, death, and the fate of the nation. Themes of Dziady also appear in numerous theatrical adaptations, films, and performances that seek to convey the mysterious and mystical atmosphere of the festival. These productions use the symbolism of bonfires, masks, and rituals to immerse the audience in a world where the boundaries between life and death are fluid, and the spirits of the past hold the power to influence the present. In folk and ethnic music, the traditions of Dziady are also reflected. Songs, dances, and instruments used during modern celebrations echo ancient rituals, creating a bridge between history and contemporary times. In recent years, there has been growing interest in Dziady within alternative culture, where artists from various fields, from music to visual arts, draw from the rich symbolism and atmosphere of the festival to create works full of magic, mystery, and deep spiritual meaning. Today, Dziady is not only an element of cultural heritage, but also an inspiration for those seeking to rediscover and celebrate Slavic roots, connecting the past with the present and giving it new, universal significance. What do you think? Should we still cherish the memory of our ancestors in today's world? Do you believe in the possibility of contact with spirits? What secrets do ancient Slavic festivals hold? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss more fascinating myths and beliefs. See you in the next episode.